Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. Francesco Esposito makes the starting 11. Talk to me, Jim. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's the kind of player, Peter, who can conjure up a goal out of relatively nothing. He's also a very good communicator and a great team player, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him fitting right in with his new teammates today.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Ambitious ball here. Darmian promptly onto that, and that is that. Darmian. And it's Stefan de Vrij. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Knocks it into space. Good take. It's Vieri! He's scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Reggio Emilia are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So, a breakthrough already. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's been given away. He's having a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
And we have our very first corner. Inter Milan are looking to go forward now. And here's Vieri.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Del Piero. Passing is crisp and sharp. Ibrahimovic. Good read, needed to be. Dumfries. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's another good win of the ball. Can he get it through?
Reggio Emilia really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Di Marco. Now it's Vieri. He can run onto that. He's in Ibrahimovic! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Ibrahimovic actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. And he was alert to it. And here's Vieri. Chance for a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Vieri clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
So, third corner of the game. Opts to play it back, and that is expertly dealt with. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. That pass isn't the best. And this is the... And a chance! Keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Gattuso. And it's DiMarco. Great vision. Shot at goal! Oh, it's come off the upright. And he's there to belt it away. DiMarco. Thuram.
Inter truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Calhanoglu. And here's Thuram. And that's gone loose. Oh, that's nice. Brilliantly cut out.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Bastoni gets over and intercepts. Stefan de Vrij. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's in on goal! Gattuso.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Stefan de Vrij.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Deep into stoppage time. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. And we've reached half-time. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Inter Milan finding themselves behind by just one goal at the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
Sostituzione di giocatori. Numero 11, Ibrahimovic.
Here is the first touch of the second half.
Numero 10.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Pirlo. Platini is always looking to break lines. Cafu. De Vrij deals with that comfortably. Esposito. Tries to play it through. Barella. Thuram. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Cafu. And the pass is intercepted. And it's DiMarco. This is a promising build-up. Thuram cuts it out. Oh, a delicate chip through. No, that's been intercepted. Calhanoglu. And that interception was most necessary. Pass somewhat off target. Chance here to counter. Pull it. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's come to nothing. Inter Milan still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. DiMarco. And here's Thuram. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Calhanoglu. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Inter are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Searching pass he's played there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play.
Takes a shot! Big chance to get at them. Has a look and plays it forward. And this is Adriano. It's Adriano! Dumfries. You would think that now would be a good time to consider some changes.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Cafu. Carlos Augusto gets across to intercept that. Thuram.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
No way through there. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Inter really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
That has been cut short. Here's a sharp little ball here. Cafu is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough and he knows it. Inter really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Can he get on the end of this? And it's been hooked away. Shifted it to the flank. And he's managed to get free.
That was lovely, that.
Crosses it in. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's looking wide. Inter Milan now in a position of desperate urgency.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He slings it in. Darmian is there to clear. Not the most accurate pass. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Reggio Emilia really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be.
And that's that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it. Things are bubbling up quite nicely here, a healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here, the chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So things are underway. So here he is, the man crowned King of Turin, Alessandro Del Piero.
Yeah, and he deserves that crown too. Another in the line of truly great attacking talent that Italy seems to have a knack of producing. A player of immense...
And Shevchenko! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Lazio with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And now they can spring out of defence. Roberto Baggio.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Dumfries. Oh, super find. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. That pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, shooting chance!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Nedved. And here's Del Piero, and a chance! Goal! Lazio! A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Inter Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And that pass is having a shot! Oh, off the bar! Davids. Nicely weighted ball. DiMarco in acres of space out wide. Roberto Baggio quietly revving up. Carlos Augusto makes the interception.
Inter really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
DiMarco has it in a wide position. Maldini has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Thuram, brilliantly cut out. Quality ball.
Lazio really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Now it's Roberto Baggio. Corner number 2 then. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Strokes it back. Barella. Now it's DiMarco. And it's Seedorf. Now it's Del Piero. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Dumfries. Time and again they are repelled. Davids. Oh, this looks sharp. Very nicely done. He'll try from distance. Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Del Piero has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And back it goes.
Well, he just didn't have any support.
Shevchenko! Oh, what has happened here? Takes aim and crosses. Oh, that was vital. He's in a good position here. Roberto Baggio!
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Now it's Tura. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Baggio. Baggio powering forward here. And that's played in low. That's put pay to the danger. Lazio have reclaimed it.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Dumfries. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Shevchenko. Decent chance! And that's a sharp finish. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you hit him.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
It's Baggio! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 3 coming up. And a header! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Bastoni. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Stefan de Vrij. Oh, given away. Look at the space here. Big chance! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. Minimal lapse, maximum punishment. How that hurts.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
3-0 and things are starting. Oh, what's he done? Oh, he's burst through. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. Just cruising! They are cruising! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess.
And the keeper's given it away. And he shoots! And that's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Back to the keeper it goes. Played back to the goalkeeper. Stefan de Vrij. And that is out of play. Applies the finish! And he seemed certain to get the sixth.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
And back to the goalkeeper. Bastoni. Not the most convincing of passes. Oh, terrible mistake. Oh, look at the space here. Real chance here. And the shot! It's loose, and again! And no mistake! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Lazio get their fourth corner. Dida. There's the man who is effectively the team's security policy. And it's Seedorf. And it's Davids. And this is Shevchenko. Barella in with the challenge. They're urging him to shoot.
Lazio couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Turan goes long. Now it's Nedved. Now it's Shevchenko. And here's back. Roberto! Oh, good finish! No, flags up on the far side.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. A heavy challenge.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd some...
Just about within shooting range. And it's in! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
Chelhanoglu. Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. It is a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Out for a throw.
Il quarto uomo
Carlos
indica
Augusto.
6 minuti di
And
recupero.
back to the keeper they go. Pressure stays on, it is a corner.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
That was not
Ah,
problem.
lawan kamu mas, lah bayar nggak?
It's a searching pass. Has ended up in no man's land. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile.
Aku lagi misi menangin ini loh mas. Dapat lawan kok tinggi semua.
Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here, the chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. One of the most eagerly awaited games in football. It never lets us down. Sommer is making a start here. I wonder what sort of a role is he expected to play, Jim?
I'll state the obvious here, Pete.
Oh, he's having a go! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Tries to play it through. And it's Barella. Thuram! He's done very well to get to that.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Inter Milan with the corner, there first. Pavlovic attempts a clearance. Shot could be on. Milan have the chance to go the other way. Wriggles his way through. Great vision. Good read, needed to be.
Jimenez clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Now it's Martinez. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And the potential here for the first goal of the game. Çalhanoğlu! Superb from Çalhanoğlu! He's got himself an absolute peach. That was beautiful, something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Inter Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Jimenez, there's the shot! Dispatched clinically. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Darmian did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Pinches it off him, and it's made its way to him. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Jimenez. Tomori.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Martinez. Nicely weighted ball. He's picked his way through. Pavlovic can get it clear. Modric. And Tomori. Modric. Fofana. Knocks it into space. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu, good purposeful running this. Çalhanoğlu really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Well read, and the danger is averted. He's having a pop! Çalhanoğlu. Spread to the right. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ribéry. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And now the breakaway. Not the most accurate pass. Tomori. It's Ribéry. This is a promising build-up. Dumfries. That's really well manoeuvred. Nice sequence of passes, this. Modric. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, that's fabulous. Shot at goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Dumfries is there, and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. He is through here, and that's a good intervention. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way
Ci
through.
sarà un minuto di recupero.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. De Vrij concedes a free kick for that. Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. And it's a corner. And this could be the final action of the first half. Ribéry with the short one. Decent chance! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch, with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that.
Attenzione, una
Intense and
sostituzione.
utterly captivating. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. That has not gone well. Fofana. And it's Ribéry. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's having a hit! Mighty close.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Çalhanoğlu looking to add to his goal. Ribéry. Aims beyond the defence. Fofana. Çalhanoğlu. Great ball if he can get there. Pass is just off target. Bastoni. Højlund. Bastoni wins the duel this time. DiMarco. Shifted it to the flank. And here's Fofana. Shoots! That's a decent clearance.
Fofana really was well marshalled there, because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. DiMarco. Now it's Thuram. Dumfries providing an outlet on that flank. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Dumfries. He's found a way through. Now it's Martinez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Højlund.
Pretty robust defending.
Højlund showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, that pass isn't the best. Threads one in. Højlund. Real chance! And he should have made them pay.
Højlund deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Tries to pass it through. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
That ball looks a good one. Big chance! Pavlovic calmly anticipates. Zielinski. Ribéry. DiMarco. Just about up to 75 minutes. Ribéry. Jimenez.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Çalhanoğlu. Cross needs to be good. It is a corner.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Corner number 3 coming up. Çalhanoğlu goes short. Zielinski goes for a shot! Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, looking, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Zielinski. Martinez. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Looking for the far post. And Martinez! And no! He had to, and yet he could not. It's their second corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Fulkrug. And it's Çalhanoğlu. And it's Zielinski. And the shot's on here. He's on it. Tries a shot!
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
And here's the chance to counter. Mkhitaryan. Now that's well seen too. He's a sharp little ball here. So that means another 30 minutes football. So, that was the second half.
Well, there was very little between the sides all the way through, so extra time is the correct next step.
No winner after 90 minutes, another 30 minutes, hopefully to make a difference. And the action has already restarted. Fofana. Passing is crisp and sharp. That is ended up in no man's land. Füllkrug. Zielinski. Füllkrug. He's going for goal! Incredible! Just incredible! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Milan with the lead. And what about this cross? Oh, important interception. Lovely cut. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Martinez! Struck first time. It's off target and by quite a way.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
And it's Mkhitaryan. And here's Lautaro Martinez. Zielinski. That's Rabiot. Martinez. Zielinski. Rabiot. Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Füllkrug. Zielinski. Brilliantly cut out. And it's Mkhitaryan. Martinez. Played into space. And Martinez! Goal! Inter! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they...
So that was it, the first period of extra time. So both parties have given everything to this point in extra time. 15 minutes remain, and they have to turn their efforts to those minutes very soon.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9. Numero 23.
And so the last chance to find a winner.
Il numero 94.
They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Kamate. He's got a... tries one from range! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Rabiot. Çalhanoğlu. Diouf. Esposito. Distributed tidily. Can he get onto this? Deflected behind for a corner kick. Inter Milan have their third corner. And he gets rid in a hurry. Milan are looking to go forward now. And The pass is intercepted. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And the through ball. Milan have got it back and they'll have another go. Now it's Çalhanoğlu. Çalhanoğlu! Oh, that is rather wayward. Kamate. Can he get it through?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Çalhanoğlu charging forward, the ball at his feet. Full crook. Oh, super ball. And he's straight offside. There it is, the whistle. No avoiding penalties. So we've done it, we've been there, we've gone the full 12 rounds.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is not the norm.
So time to shake the weariness out of those limbs and to engage with focus. It's penalty kicks. It's almost time. Which way will he go? Big character, big moment, big save. Zielinski is the next man in the spotlight. And he sticks it away.
Well, you can't approach a penalty with any doubt, or you'll have to rely on luck.
Inter Milan are looking to him to tie things up. Oh, that's going to annoy the keeper.
Credit to him. You really need courage to do that in these circumstances as well.
Now it is the turn of the captain. No, he clatters the post.
He didn't need to cut things so finely.
Kamate, the third man up. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that, the way he was moving beforehand. Very good save.
Füllkrug is third in line. Oh, it's a really good save.
I think some mind games were played there, Peter. It certainly did the trick.
So the fourth man in line walking up to the spot. No, he's hit it right at the goalkeeper.
Well, in trying to get clever, that ended up being too comfortable for the keeper.
Made it look easy.
Yeah, made his mind up very quickly and just didn't waver. He just has to trust his instincts and pick the right spot.
He's missed it, and it's all over. So that is it, the end of the road. Well, hello and welcome to you all on this opening day. Two teams, each seeking the perfect pick-me-up start at the expense of each other. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, I think it's hard to ignore this guy, Mike Maignan, Peter. You don't normally pick a goalkeeper as a potential match winner, but I think his consistency has to allow him an exception, because I think he's just very solid in all aspects of his game, and he has a great relationship with this defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Oke.
What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Ronaldinho! Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. And that has been cleared.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him, as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
And he's quick to return it. Totti will not... Oh, good climb! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Beautifully worked to take the defence out of the picture, but there'll be no rush to see the replay on this.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Inter clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. First quarter of an hour gone. Çalhanoğlu. He's in plenty of space here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Fratesi! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. No goals as yet. Dumfries gets a foot in here. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, good ball. Zielinski. Passing is crisp and sharp. Milan ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Çalhanoğlu. Oh, and the shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Inter Milan penetrate first. It is a truly precious lead.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Pavlovic, Zielinski, Gabia, Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's De Bruyne. Here's Zielinski. That has ended up in no man's land. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And into the great... Oh, what a mistake! He has found a way through. And here comes the corner. Inter Milan with the corner. They're first. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Now there's a fine ball. Martinez finds himself offside. Tomori. Zielinski. Estupinian.
Inter really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
He'll try from distance! Well, the contact was true enough, the aim wasn't quite.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Thuram. That's been cut out, well played. Zielinski. And it's De Bruyne. Jimenez. Totti, who needs just a moment to score a goal. Ronaldinho. That's very neat. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Perhaps the fight.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Barella with the clearance. And the ball's come loose here. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Well, the players definitely know they're in a derby. More of the same to come after the break, you can be sure of that. Inter Milan just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Inter Milan currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Ronaldinho is flagged offside. Oh no, he's got that wrong. De Bruyne. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Dumfries. Now it's Thuram. And he cuts out the supply. It's run loose here. And that's been won straight back. Totti. Zielinski. Now, can they get him away? Good ball, good take. De Bruyne. Estupinian. Inter Milan are ahead here by what is still the only goal. De Bruyne. Ronaldinho plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Knocks it into space. Oh, Red, nice interception. And it's Silamakers. Jimenez. Nicely shaped ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
There they go, hunting again.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Taken back almost at once. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's there to clear it. Martinez is offering some sort of an apology there. Oh, he's been caught napping. He's had a shot! And he's stuck it away. Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And that is fabulous, a true beauty of a goal.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Inter Milan are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
Thuram receives it in a good position here, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now this could be a chance. He's on it, can he get away? And Martinez! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, there's a bit complacent there, I thought, Peter. Maybe he thinks the game is already won.
And he's taking no chances there. Dumfries, Thuram.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Martinez! And that really should have been that. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Threads one in. He's found a way. And the finish!
Well, yet another
shot, surely! And that is doing no harm at all.
Inter really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Inter Milan can consider themselves just about safe now. Takes on his marker. Ronaldinho going... It's Ronaldinho! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Milan have their second corner now. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's in on goal! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Jimenez clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Totti. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And smartly reclaimed. And that is as far as it goes. Inter Milan can celebrate now. They have exactly what they craved. A moment to savour for all of us.
Signore
Lined up
e signori,
on the start line,
benvenuti
their eyes
all'incontro di
fixed
oggi
on the
tra
prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So things are underway. It's us or them. Always has been, always will be.
I'd really like to see Ronaldinho given freedom on the left flank here, Peter.
Yeah, the idea being that, of course, he can make good use of those dancing feet.
Yeah, and playing out wide just gives him more room and allows him to come inside onto his stronger foot, either to shoot or to link up with those who are congregating centrally.
Now it's DiMarco. Thuram. And he's managed... Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
That'll earn him a few high fives. Probably feels he could have been better protected, though.
Milan are looking to go forward now. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
Impressive jump off the bar. That needed to be better, and he knows it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Estupinian charging forward down that flank. And this is Ronaldinho. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Yeah, it's a good start, Peter, and they look hungry for goals, and they'll be aware of having to capitalise in such a good spell.
DiMarco.
This is the time you need that pace.
DiMarco is in a really good position out wide. That's good play. Oh, well played. And he's quick to get rid. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dumfries. Plays it across. There's the header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Look, the defending wasn't too clever on that last chance. The cross had to be denied.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, Red, nice interception. Barella, Dumfries, now looking to orchestrate a counter. He can run onto that. Dumfries, chance for a shot! Oh, a very decent attempt. Jimenez, and there's his chance to lead the counter. Oh, that is asking for trouble. And a chance! And Milan have the lead. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Now it's Thuram. And here's Dumfries. He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Estupinian.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now somewhat off target. Oh, great leap! Oh, split-second reaction.
Ronaldinho is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Thuram. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through. Damian gets it away. And it's Zielinski. And claimed it back swiftly. Thinks about the shot. And De Bruyne! And no mistake. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture.
And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Things are bubbling up quite nicely here. A healthy whiff of expectation laced with the odd infusion of nerves. Everyone knows what's at stake here. The chance to play on a grander stage. It is time now to focus. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So things are underway. And when these two meet, generally speaking, sparks fly. There is Franck Ribéry, just a smashing player, Jim.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll see an awful lot of him out on the wing here, Peter. He'll inject an awful lot of energy and pace into this team's attack. But he's also got an eye for a killer ball. That's why he's racked up so many assists at club level.
Yeah, double figures every season is the norm for him. Great numbers.
Yeah, can't argue with stats like that. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's a pretty loose pass. Spread neatly. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Goes back.
He had nobody else to help out there. This is the time you need that pace.
Knocks it into space. Castellanos! And that has fizzed wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another. They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He won't be happy with that one. Tomori. Into Milan, still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. It's a good run he's making out on the left. And here's Retegi. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Çalhanoğlu, and now the breakaway. Dink through. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Just eases him off the ball.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Ribéry. That's good running with the ball. Ribéry. He leaps for it! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Bastoni cuts out the pass. Dumfries. Now it's Thuram. Oh, good read. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found a way through. Tries a shot! Goal! Milan! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very...
And Martinez! Oh, quite a hit and quite a touch too.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Villanova making good progress on the right-hand side. Fofana. Now it's Ribéry. Time and again they are repelled. The cutback, he's rising! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
That's a sharp pass. No, he's not getting his way this time.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
That's going to go a long way.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Martinez.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
That's the keeper's ball. Thuram finds himself offside. Searching pass he's played there, and he's intervened well there.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Now he's off and running. Can he get onto this? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Inter Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use...
Great chance! And a neat finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
And now he has two. Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Now it's Turan. Now it's DiMarco. Chelhanoglu. Now, can they get him away?
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Barella.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Ribery. Retegi. He's picked his way through. Retegi! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Chelhanoglu. Chance here to counter. To Barella. Nice looking ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. That has not gone well. They get a throw in. And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Begley. Well, it is only day one, but already there is a palpable sense of obligation right from the start. These teams know they cannot falter. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle, and here we go. Buongiorno has been included in the starting lineup. Does he have a key role to play here, Jim?
I wouldn't expect too much of him right away, Peter. You've got to give...
Politano! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Politano clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get on the end of this? Rijkaard kept his eye on it, and he's there. And here's Lukaku. Tries to pass it through. And it's Ibrahimovic. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tonali showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pull it. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So, a breakthrough already.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Batistuta. Mateus. Hullet. Mateus.
Napoli are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Lovely pass. Oh, shooting chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
And Gisa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That'll be a throw-in. Another throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Batistuta. Nice looking ball.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Lukaku. Now here's the delivery. Ibrahimovic, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Looking for the run. Great ball, and he's in here. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Lukaku, and they can counter here. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. That has not gone well. Di Lorenzo, Ramani, looking to pass their way up the pitch. The ball has bounced loose now, and it's Ibrahimovic. He's a sharp little ball here. He has a look up. Now it's Lukaku. Nicely shaped ball. That's a shade optimistic. Baresi. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. De Rossi. And here's Batistuta. Spinazzola. Now it's Lukaku. And claimed it back swiftly. Politano receives it in a good position here. David Neres. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. That's a nicely shaped ball.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Batistuta, he's picked his way through. Now this could be a chance. Oh, good effort! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Julio Cesar. Julio Cesar sends that a long way. Now that looks a decent ball. Lukaku. It's going wide left. Aims beyond the defence. And that is the end of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. The second half is up and running.
It's not easy being down in situations like this. I know it's an overused term.
Real chance! Pull it. Great vision. And he was quick to react. And it's Spinazzola. Can he get it through? Politano. And he's cut it out. Pull it. Knocks it into space. Oh, super find. And he's there to get it away. Not the most accurate pass. Tries to play it through. So what can they make of this? Now it's Politano. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, he's in! Must be! Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta has been caught there, it's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. So, is it really plausible to have a hit from here? Now it's Tonali. Oh, cracking ball. And that is out and behind, it's a good block. And it's been taken short. Here comes another cross. Cleared without hesitation. And that's an excellent interception. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Ramani has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. McTominay. Good effort from distance. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Here comes the cross. That's a decent clearance. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking...
Just about within shooting range.
Oh, that is rather wayward.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Looking for a runner. And that has been knocked clear. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. David Neres. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Threads one in. Look at the space here. Crossed into the middle. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. And he could not have picked a worse time to give one away. This for genuine comfort. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. Not a twitch, not a blink.
A picture of confidence.
Tries from distance. Into the arms of the goalkeeper.
Well, if they hope to have any chance of turning this round, they have to abandon their shoot-on-sight policy. It's just not working.
He's having a hit! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Costa Curta. And the pass is intercepted. And he's there to retrieve it. Little doubt, that is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. Mateus. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Lukaku has been sent off for that incident. The referee showed no hesitation in getting out a straight red card. Looking to play him in. And the shot! And needless to say, that deserved better.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside. And that's it.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Signore e signori, unitevi a me nell'augurare al nostro ragazzo un buon compleanno.
A moment to savour for all of us. Lined up on the start line, their eyes fixed on the prize. It is the ultimate calm before the inevitable storm. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physically dominant, he's very intelligent in his reading of the game and his positioning, and
he leaps for it! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box, no shortage of targets here.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Much yield is. Now here's the delivery. And he's there to clear it. Inter Milan have the chance to go the other way. Oh, that's fabulous. Takes a shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. Cambiasso puts them all in. Bastoni is there, and he can get that clear. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Not the most accurate pass. First quarter of an hour gone. DiMarco looking for the run. Played through for the wide man. Well read, and the danger is averted. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that is a nice touch. He's had a shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Esposito really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. DiMarco. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Denzel Dumfries. That is good progress on the left. Locatelli. Now it's Openda. That is ended up in no man's land. Now it's Barella. Francesco Esposito receives it in a good position here. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Oh no, he's got that wrong. DiMarco. Francisco Conceição. That is good alertness. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Locatelli. Played out to the left flank. Pass somewhat off target. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. This looks promising. Francesco Esposito! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Esposito is offering a right smile there.
And now they can spring out of defence. Driving forward. Tries to pass it through. Damian. Yildiz, rapid and full of intent. Conceição. He'll try from distance. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
It's only a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
That has not gone well. And here's Openda. It's come to nothing. He won't be happy with that one. He's found a way through. And the finish! And that is wildly off target.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Barella. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Kelly calmly anticipates. And it's Conceição. Jagrova. Locatelli. And that has put paid to that. Wriggles his way through. He's going for goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in. Surely he can't miss! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Inter Milan presented with a golden opportunity here. The chance to pull further clear. Calm as you like, and they're running away with it. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's calm for you.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Inter Milan looking good, feet shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.